Right, welcome back. And to highlight the first conference for the National Alliance for Civil Development Work, we have with us over the phone Dr. Youmna Hamaqy, Professor of Economics, Cairo University. Good evening to you.
Yes, good evening. Ain Shams University, not Cairo University.
Yes, Ain Shams University. Excuse me, Dr. Youmna. And let me here ask you, we've been following together today the first conference for the National Alliance for the Civil Development Work. And there has been statements by the President, by the leadership, speaking about the role that should be played by the civil society at this upcoming stage. Well, let me first take your reading to this conference and to the work of the civil society in the developmental work.
Yes, actually, this period is quite important regarding the role of civil society. We all know that Egypt is witnessing nowadays severe challenges regarding economic crisis and the repercussions of such crisis of inflation, and to how extent we all know inflation can affect seriously poverty and increasing the number of poor. And if we take into consideration the high unemployment rate, so we can figure out to how extent we are in deep need for the role of civil society. President Sisi emphasized now today the importance of civil society, and he mentioned that the government cannot take such responsibilities and do the same functions as the civil society, like the example of supporting small farmers regarding giving them, technical assistance as well as financial assistance so that they can improve the productivity of their product and penetrate market. And from this perspective, this could enhance the quality of life of such farmers. We all know that small farmers can suffer from lack of financial and non-financial services towards exploiting their land and getting the maximum of benefit from such land. And I believe that this can help in several ways, not only by supporting farmers, but by increasing productivity and GDP growth and, even the competitiveness of agricultural products and filling the gap between demand and supply regarding food products and achieving food security. So all these goals can be, addressed properly if we can take care of small farmers that represent, a very high percentage of farmers and of labor force in Egypt. And this can be regarded as a very good opportunity regarding how to address the crisis, economic crisis nowadays. We cannot address the crisis without empowering poor people, without empowering them economically. And empowering poor people economically may need to large extent upgrading their capabilities regarding skills and offering them technical assistance regarding how to use resources efficiently, because we all know that small producers regarding farmers or even small manufacturing business, they cannot actually afford the cost of production, and we can witness in the time of crisis they are suffering a lot, and many of them cannot afford to sustain their business. From here it comes emphasizing the role of civil society in this period can represent a very important goal for Egypt.
Hello? 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 Until we have our call back with Dr. Youmna Hamaqy, let's have this second report, and we're moving on to Upper Egypt until we come back to Dr. Youmna Hamaqy to highlight also other issues concerning the first topic. President Sisi, we are proceeding with plans to secure decent life for citizens in Upper Egypt. Let's watch.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi asserted that Egypt is pressing ahead down the road towards upgrading Upper Egypt and exerting strenuous efforts with a view to achieving development and stability and providing a decent life for citizens in all the southern parts of the country. He stressed that Upper Egypt has never been marginalized or forgotten, underlining attempts to solve problems in an untraditional way. This came in President Sisi's remarks during the opening ceremony of a number of development projects in Sohag Governorate under the umbrella of Decent Life Initiative. The projects included a university, hospital, highway and industrial complex, along with other public investments. President Sisi said he was extremely proud of all progress accomplished on the ground in Upper Egypt, especially that all the realized achievements were made by Egyptian hands. The president said he was happy that Sohag Governorate, the heart of Upper Egypt, was the first place for him to visit during his field tours at the onset of the new year 2023. President Sisi also praised the Upper Egyptian citizens, who are well known for their great magnanimity, kindness, generosity, and high sense of dignity and pride. The head of state pointed out to his directives to all state bodies to place the development of all areas in Upper Egypt as a top priority and realize a significant development leap that would have a positive impact on the citizens' lives, especially the services offered to them mainly in the health, education, and infrastructure domains. The president noted that all efforts run in tandem with the implementation of national development projects nationwide with a view to promoting the development process. President Sisi also referred to the far-reaching consequences of the Russian-Ukrainian war, as well as the impact of the coronavirus pandemic that took its toll on world economies. The president underscored the importance of economic reform measures and social security programs Egypt has embarked upon, and which contributed to the resilience of the Egyptian economy in facing up to all international challenges and reducing the impact of global inflation. President Sisi also shed light on the state's role in support of the private sector, along with efforts to lure more investments, strengthen local industries, support exports, and reduce the balance of payments deficit. At the end of his statement, President Sisi reiterated commitment to overcoming all difficulties and meeting the people's aspirations for building a brighter future. For his part, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli indicated that Upper Egypt's governorates have received 1.5 trillion Egyptian pounds worth of investments through the past 7 years, revealing that a quarter of the state's total investments have been spent on projects in Upper Egypt. He added that the total investments implemented and underway in Sohag amounted to 102 billion Egyptian pounds, noting that a total of 415 projects were implemented in the governorate. The Prime Minister stated that there are 324,400 beneficiaries from the government initiative Takaful Karama that provided a total of 11.4 billion pounds in financial aid to more than a quarter of Sohag's residents. He added that 2.4 billion pounds was given in the form of loans to stimulate economic growth, resulting in carrying out 117,000 projects. According to the Prime Minister, some 23,000 residential units were built at the cost of 3.7 billion pounds in empty areas in Sohag, including over 10,000 in New Sohag. In addition, 1,272 new residential projects have been nearly implemented in older residential areas as well. He emphasized that drinking water has become accessible to 98.6% of residents in Soheg at the cost of £2.9 billion, and in terms of sewage systems, 30% of Soheg is currently connected to the system at a cost of £3.8 billion.